Okay, right. Hey guys, it's Craig Syracusa from Walking Faith. I'm excited to be sitting down with Jenn and Jim Chandler. You're in Georgia, is that true?
That's correct.
We're in northern Georgia. Chattanooga would probably be the nearest city, and we're surrounded by farmland with cows.
And guys in overalls. I'm fitting
fantastic.
the part. I'm fitting the part.
And he's really enjoying wearing these overalls like his dad. I think he's going to bring it back to New York when we move back up after the pandemic is over.
Bro, I don't think so. I don't think that would be good.
I think you should sport them in Times Square.
Yeah,
They work well down here, but maybe not so much for the New York City life.
Well,
Maybe I'll get a pair.
So listen, in case people aren't familiar with you guys, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, my name's Jenn Gotzon, and then I married this lovely lad, and now it's a Chandler at the end. And I've been in the movie industry probably for the last decade. There's a good handful of them on Amazon Prime, and all of them have a message that really inspires the soul and uplifts, or has a redemptive storyline to them. So if those are the movies you like watching during this time, you know what I say? Pop onto Amazon Prime, type in Jenn Gotzon, and then you will see a list of fun and family, awesome, wonderful entertainment. I think my favorite movie is My Daddy's in Heaven, where Jim's in it as well, Saving Faith, and then also I like God's Country. Those are three of my faves.
Yeah, and I am also an actor when I'm not playing farmer in real life. I play a farmer on screen with my wife in a movie that we did called The Farmer and the Bell. And in addition to that, I work in television mainly, although I have done a couple of feature films and been able to work together with my wife, but I am also an actor. I've been on.
He was just on MacGyver.
Oh, congratulations.
Did I steal your thunder?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
And he was on Lodge 49.
She did it again. Go ahead. She can go ahead and just talk for me.
I didn't know you were on MacGyver.
No, go ahead.
And he was on Stranger Things.
Ah.
And he's in a movie coming up called Inheritance.
You guys are like the duo.
With Simon Pegg and Lily Collins.
You've
Got
been.
it?
I did.
Okay.
So that, I mean, I know.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm sorry, we're getting ready to have a windstorm, or we're having a windstorm. It means rain's on the way, so I didn't quite hear. What'd you say?
No, I mean, like I said, you guys have been in countless films. You can't turn on Amazon and not see Jen's picture pop up on one of the films. So the reason why I wanted to sit down with you guys is because, you know, this is a very tough time for a lot of us, and we need some positive vibes, some positivity. So, Jenn, I need you to help us. How will you handle all this? These tough times.
You know, I think you have to take the storm as it comes. And using an analogy that's real live time, should we move this interview inside like you originally suggested?
No, we can keep going.
We're okay here?
Yeah, we're almost a quarter of the way done.
So when we hit storms, it is so important for us to be able to not focus on the pain and the challenge, even though it's really hard when everything's happening around us. We have to really be able to overcome that fear and to be able to experience peace. And for me, being a Christian and rooted in my faith, when I turn to God and I read the Bible, like right now I'm in James, and it says, when you draw near to him, which is the Lord, he will draw near to you. And it doesn't make it easy. It just makes it practical and doable. And to be able to experience the presence and the love of God really helps to be able to maneuver through the storm. And I just want to add one more thing.
Yeah, of course.
In the Bible, it says that love casts out fear. And so if we can really grasp how wide, long, deep, and wide God's love is for us and wrap our brain around that and meditate on that truth and renew our mind and be transformed in that truth, it all of a sudden releases that fear. It releases that pain. It releases that anxiety because we're focusing on God's love. And it might sound easy to do, But if you actually move through that, you truly will experience almost a miracle in your soul. And so that's something that I've been doing during this time. And through prayer, God has been giving ideas and insights and ideas and concepts to be able to do so since we've been on lockdown.
Yeah, so for me, I think one of the things that has been able to keep things positive is I've been very lucky to first have a wonderful place to come to. I know a lot of people may not experience that, especially in the New York area. They're kind of on top of each other. That might be getting even more stir crazy and not knowing how to respond to this stuff. We were told to stay inside, and now we're learning that sunlight is actually not a bad thing, and trying to follow the rules and make sure that we're being safe and all those things can really be overwhelming. So for me, I've been very fortunate to have plenty of work to do around my parents' property, and I've been able to serve them down here, which has been great. And one of the ways that we kind of enjoyed the lockdown together and have stayed positive is that my brother lives close by, and we're all a family. So we decided to make a movie together.
Wow.
So we shot a little short film using Jen's iPhone, and my sister-in-law wrote some scenarios. It's called Home Not Alone, and we entered it into this online film festival called the Quarantine Film Festival. My niece, my nephew, my mom, my dad, we all got together and just had a really good time laughing it up and made a quick little short film. So the other thing has been also being able to connect with our church family virtually. We've been able to do that, which I'm sure a lot of people have been able to do. And it's been great to just participate in some Zooms and just reconnect with people that we haven't been able to connect with in person, but just being able to check in and say hi. So it's really great that we're able to do all this with this technology. And it seems like that this might be something that continues for the foreseeable future, at least until we can get a complete and better understanding about how to go about into the new normal that we're going to be approaching. So that would be my answer for that.
I think it's a great answer.
That was a great answer, and I agree with you. There's been a lot of, and Jen, you mentioned too, there's a lot of things. I feel like during this time, number one, it's been able to give us a clearer understanding and perspective on what's important. Like you said, family, friends, loved ones. Sometimes you don't have the time, but also it's giving us just like a better perspective, but also opportunity. So what are some of the things that God placed on your heart, Jen? I know you've been posting stuff on Facebook, but I think we're in the same groups. There's been a lot of interaction. What opportunities do you see in a positive sense coming out of this sort of?
Yeah, so we have a project called The Farmer and the Belle, and the mission behind it is to be able to help girls discover what inner beauty is. And that's been one thing that I've been enjoying, is going live and sharing from our devotional book, Divine Beauty, to help girls with their value and being able to understand how to really weather this storm. And then another idea that God put on my heart is to use the acting training that I've learned through all these years and pour in to working artists and beginner artists. And we started an acting class. Wow. And we've been having a really great time doing that. This is in fact our 6th week, so we finished today, and then we start the second round of acting classes on May 6th, which will be focused on scene study. And the actors, we worked on emotional prep, we worked on imagination from a biblical standpoint, we worked on dynamic character development, action and intention, and they were able to take all of that and put it up on their feed in a scriptural performance. And then I edited it together into a biblical soliloquy, which is about 1.5 minutes, and it's profound watching everyone's talent. So those are two things. And then we're working with QVC to be able to release this bracelet, which has 5 charms on it that has biblical affirmations about your value. And we've been taking our movie, The Farmer and the Belle, Saving Santa Land, to networks and talking with them, big networks, and waiting to see if they're interested in being able to bring our movie on for this fall. If not, it'll go on video on demand probably in November. And that wind is kicking up real good now. Yeah. And we experienced a tornado storm, Craig. A real tornado storm. There was a tornado on this side of the mountain and on that side of the mountain, and it was petrifying. To this guy, he slept through it. I was scared. So those are some things we experienced over the past 45 days.
Well, another thing that has been really helpful with us as far as being able to stay active with Ministries, that we were originally going to be doing an event in Nashville with the Springtime of Faith Foundation, which is an organization that likes to bring together evangelicals and Catholics together. It was going to be in Nashville. Of course, it got postponed because of the coronavirus. So the organizer of that event actually switched it to an online platform, and they interviewed people from all across the globe. And since they all weren't able to come to Nashville, they stayed in their home countries and towns, and they were interviewed. And I don't think I'm supposed to talk too specific about what the content was for it, but it was really cool to be able to host that virtually and online. There's actually some prominent Catholic figures that were a part of it, as well as some prominent figures in the American society that are going to be on this what
Unity
they're calling
2020.
Unity 2020, which was I'm not sure exactly when it'll drop. We just finished taping yesterday, but we got to do everything from our home. Like you said, there's like all the commercials we're seeing online are on the TV now. They're like, a lot of them are home movies, or they look like they're just kind of the production value is the best value that they can get at this time, being quarantined. You don't have a crew of 60 people. So that was another way for us to, keep things positive, because that's what we wanted to do, was talk about how people are coming together, how they've been coming together in the past as evangelicals and Catholics working together in order to collaborate and have a positive impact on culture and in the countries and surroundings that they are currently in.
Yeah, and one of the things that Thomas, the organizer, the leader's vision is a 30-day marital challenge. And so he's commissioned us to participate. And what it is that the spouse, the wife, makes a request, almost like a honey-do list, onto her husband, something that might help her, the family, the household, and they present the request, and then the husband has to say yes and go forth and do it. And then after the husband does that request, the wife is then to affirm with positive affirmation of respect and honor, to really appreciate the time and the talent that went into being able to accomplish whatever was needed.
Yeah, and it's even broader than that. That's also the case, but it's also that if she asks for something, you do it. And that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be something that serves her. If she needs you to do something, you do it. So as part of that whole thing about being fully committed and fully in a heart of service towards your spouse, and the idea for the woman is that she's not to complain about anything that the husband does, and she's supposed to uplift him. So it's kind of like husband serving the wife, and then the wife also serving the husband. We always hear about, oh, why is she always nagging me, or how come my husband won't do anything? So it kind of combats those two like stereotypical marriage things, and the goal is to work on that specifically. And then after you're done with 30 days, do 30 more, and then as you do it, you just keep growing, and then before you know it, she's uplifting you constantly, you're serving her constantly, and you're working together and growing together in your relationship. So we've been doing that for the last 30 days, and it's actually been pretty impactful. So
that's great. I mean, like you said, there's so many things that we could do during this time. I love the fact that they are filming commercials and TV shows. I mean, I've been using Zoom every day. I used to be able to do one interview a day. I could do 5 in a day now. Like I said, friends are doing voiceovers from home, commercials. They've seen so many castings. I do see that this is going to be the new normal. And I think during this time, like you mentioned, I think this is bringing a lot of people closer to their faith. There are a lot of seeds that are being planted during this time. So let's say, we go back to the new normal. What are some of the things you hope you personally walk away with, and then society walks away with during this time?
That's a wonderful question. I think the ability to know how to serve each other in the midst of challenge. So right now we are so focused in this pandemic on making sure we're taking care of the elderly, those who are sick, those who are wounded, those who are on the front line. There's an element of gratitude and appreciation to all the workers that are out there. And I think it would be amazing that when everything does go back to where the coronavirus is not spreading, is that we still have that love in our heart and that care in our heart for the community. I would love to be able to see that continue.
Yeah, I think that we may not realize how much people have been hurting because of being locked in and not being able to kind of live the lives that they're used to living. So they perhaps are searching for some type of meaning, because a lot of times, I know for men, it's definitely, we get a lot of meaning out of our jobs, and we've had, 26 million people are out of work now. So there could be an opportunity for that when things do start to come back out, is to the sense of community that has been birthed from this, that's been overwhelming, and about helping neighbors and being there for people, and then just understanding what the frontline workers like Jenn was talking about have been going through, and then to carry that forward, but also to be welcoming of people that we come in contact with when we're able to do it. I think that I know it's completely different with you being in Jersey now and in New York City, but I know that there's just a sense that I think that once things become safe, is that there's going to be an influx of people going out, and because they're going to want to have that human connection. Of course, we got to do it safely and make sure we social distance and do what our local municipalities and health experts tell us to do. But I think that hunger is going to be there, and I think that we need to be prepared to be able to communicate with people that may have been struggling at that time, or continue to communicate with those that we've had the chance to connect with or serve during the quarantine time, and then to carry that on so that we can welcome people into churches who might be searching for meaning or have questions about faith or anything like that, and perhaps ask us how we got through it, and we need to be prepared to give an answer that would lead them to Christ.
And I think this is an interesting time because so many people are at home, that I've heard in several of our meetings that we've had is that people are starting to get a new perspective of what God means to them, what their faith means, exploring. Some people have opened up the Bible for the first time in a while because they're just quieting down in their soul. I know my mom, my mother-in-law, and my sister sometimes joins in. We are doing a morning devotion where we're reading Joyce Meyer's devotion and then Jesus Calling, and then taking prayer requests for the day. And that's really helped dial us in on staying focused on what God has in store for us today to pursue. And I hope that will continue into everyone's life, those who are and who have taken time out during this time to really pursue a deeper relationship with God.
That is great. Jenn, Jim, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I agree. I think when we go back to the new normal, we should, number one, this is part of our testimony, how we got through this. We should, whether it's people on the front line, I think it's also teaching us that to live a selfless life and not a selfish life, and not to, think about how we spend our time and what we idolize and what we really held is really that important. And I think we can leave some of our old habits and sins behind as we go into the new future. So now people want to get in touch with you. This the best way they could reach out to you to follow you on social media.
They could take a piece of paper, give it to a bird, and have it fly over to my farmer husband right here. Do you want to take it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the Farmer and the Bell has been our project that we've been actively working on. And so on Facebook, it's the Farmer and the Bell, and it has film, movies, books, jewelry, all sorts of things jazzed together. So if you type in any of those words, it'll come up. Our website is thefarmerandthebell, BELLE.net, and you can see some of the products that we're developing there. And I'm personally on social media at Jenn Gotzon, JENNGOTZON.
And you can find me, Jim E. Chandler, on pretty much every social media platform that there is. The letter E, JIMECHANDLER.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. I would advise everyone, reach out to Jenn through social media, her website, watch her films. She's got so many wonderful films. I've been a fan and friend for a long time. Guys, thank you so much. Sorry about the wind. I know it seems like you might get blown away, so I have to thank you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us, Craig. Have a wonderful day.
Hey, you want to see the countryside real quick?
Yes, I would love to. Let's see what's been causing the wind.
Okay.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And there's horses back there. Oh, can you see it? I think I messed it up. There it goes.
Wow.
And so there's horses all the way down the hill. And if you look all the way back there, that's actually where we filmed The Farmer and the Bell. 1 year ago, we were filming at this time. And it's incredible.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. I will take the first flight out to Georgia, and I'll be living on the front for the next couple of months.
We love you to pieces, Craig. Thank you so much for letting us come in and share. God bless you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Always remember, you have the ability to inspire and evangelize through words and actions.